Hello once again everyone, welcome back to Volume 5 of Racing Infinity, this one titled Daytona USA. This is pretty much like mock Daytona 500 for 2023, or you could also say it's an alternate universe 2023 Daytona 500. Now of course there are certain things that happened and certain things that got announced pretty much after I did the races, so things will probably look a little different than it did in real life, but I still wanted to have a little bit of fun with this. So in this video I will feature both dual races, and here's how I'm going to do things. For the fun of it, I will do a 42 car field of the 46 that I have entered. Whoever I got as the pole sitter for each duel will start on the front row for the Daytona 500. Then I will take the fastest open car and qualify for each duel, and then after that, the top two finishing open cars from each duel will transfer to the Daytona 500. And here's a list of all the open cars that need to make the big race. Now, some of these will not be attempting the in-real-life Daytona 500, but still wanted to have a little extra fun. We got Chandler Smith in the 13 for Colleague, Daniel Kvyat will be driving a second Hesselberg car. Jacques Villenueve will be back in the 27 for Hesselberg. Zane Smith will attempt the 500 in a third front row car. Helio Castronves will attempt to make his first Daytona 500 with the money team. JJ Yeley and Timmy Hill representing Carl Long's MBM. Austin Hill for Beard Motorsports. Travis Pastrana in a third 2311 car. And of course Jimmy Johnson for the Legacy Motor Club, the team that he now partially owns, formerly known as Petty GMS. Let's go ahead and get started with the first dual race. Kyle Busch leads the field to the green flag in his new ride to begin the first dual race. Chandler Smith wasted no time as he gets to the front as they complete lap 1, and then coming to lap 3, things went 3 wide as Michael McDowell had the advantage. Then Daniel Suarez took the lead, which was then passed on to Daniel Kvyat, who's looking to become the first Russian to make the Daytona 500. The lead would continue to swap pretty much at some point during every lap of the race, it felt like, until Bubba Wallace had control of the lead by lap 7. Then coming to lap 9, Ty Dillon took the lead in his number 77 for Spire Motorsports. Lap 13, Bubba Wallace and Ty Dillon continued to battle side by side for the lead, as it was a close battle to get that final transfer spot. Then by lap 16, Chris Buescher sneaks past Wallace and Dillon for the lead. Coming to 5 to go, Chris Buescher was side by side battling with Bubba Wallace as he was looking to win a dual race for a second year in a row, but one lap later, Bubba Wallace gets a huge run and he takes the lead. With 3 laps to go, Helio Castronves was holding on to that first transfer spot, but Jacques Villenueve, he takes that final transfer spot away from Daniel Kvyat. But now Castronves gets stuck on the outside, and if he's not careful, he could be in danger of missing the Daytona 500. And on the final lap, Bubba Wallace was able to hold off Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain to win the first dual race, as the final transfer spots would go to Helio Castronves and Jacques Villenueve. And now we're on to the second dual race, as Aric Almirola is on the pole for duel 2. He will start second in the Daytona 500, with Todd Gilliland starting in second. as duel number 2 gets underway. And after the first lap, Tyler Reddick quickly jumped to the lead, but then a lap later, he gets challenged by his new boss, Denny Hamlin. Hamlin would eventually take the lead. On lap 9, we got a couple of smaller teams out in front with Cody Ware and J.J. Yaley. Yaley, of course, an open car, trying to make the Daytona 500. Lap 15, Todd Gilliland tries to hold off a charging 3-wide field behind him as Ryan Blaney took the lead a couple of laps later. Then on lap 18, Tyler Reddick takes the lead in his new number 45 Toyota. He replaced Kurt Busch in that car, but coming back around, the defending champion, Joey Logano, gets by for the lead. Then Martin Truex Jr. took the lead with 4 laps to go. And then with 2 to go, the defending Daytona 500 winner, Austin Cindric, led the way. Then on the final lap, Austin Dillon gets to the inside of Cindric, and they stay side by side until getting to the finish, and Austin Dillon edged out Austin Cindric for the win. The 2018 winner edging out the 2022 winner. Austin Hill gained the first transfer spot, and Travis Pastrana edged out the 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson for that final transfer spot. I will also note the fastest qualifying drivers from each duel were Chandler Smith and Timmy Hill. And here we are, the Great American Race, the Daytona 500 for 2023. This, of course, will be condensed to 70 laps, and I will do stages. The first and second stage will be 15 laps each, and then 40 laps to decide who will win the Daytona 500. Without further ado, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the 42 cars that will be in the 2023 Daytona 500. Starting on the pole and looking to start things off in his new ride, Kyle Busch in the number 8 for Richard Childress Racing. He'll roll off in first, and starting next to him is Aric Almirola. We originally thought that last year's Daytona 500 was going to be his final, but he's back in that number 10 car for 2023. Row number 2 features our dual winners. Bubba Wallace will start in third with Austin Dillon starting in fourth. Rolling off fifth is Chase Elliott, the 2020 champion, and last year's Daytona 500 winner Austin Cindric will start sixth. The Melon Man, Ross Chastain, will start in 7th, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's always a threat on the super speedways, he will start in 8th. 2021 Daytona 500 winner Michael McDowell will start in 9th, and rookie Ty Gibbs, who replaces Kyle Busch in the newly numbered 54 Toyota, he'll start in 10th. Chris Buescher will start in 11th, and Denny Hamlin, chasing his 4th Daytona 500 victory, he will start in 12th. Corey Lajoie nearly won the Summer Atlanta race last season. He'll start in 13th, alongside Brad Keselowski, back with RFK Racing in the 6th. Christopher Bell will start in 15th, as he's looking to build off a fantastic season in 2022. And rookie Noah Gragson for the Legacy Motor Club, he'll start in 16th. Chase Briscoe will start in 17th, and defending Cup champion Joey Logano will start 18th. 2 of our open cars in the next row, featuring 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner Helio Castronves. He will start in 19th, driving for the money team. And starting 20th is Timmy Hill in the 66. Starting 21st is Chandler Smith, making his Daytona 500 debut and his Cup debut. Ryan Blaney, who didn't win it all last season, he's starting 22nd. Starting 23rd is Ty Dillon, as he moves over to Spire Motorsports. And Harrison Burton, looking for a better run in this year's Daytona 500, he'll start 24th. Jacques Villenueve will start in 25th in his second Daytona 500. Alex Bowman will start 26th. AJ Allmendinger, he's back as a full-time Cup Series driver. He'll start 27th. And teammate Justin Haley will start 28th. Riley Herbst, making his Cup debut, driving that 15 for Rick Ware Racing. He will start in 29th. And Anthony Alfredo, driving some races for Live Fast, he will start in 30th. Kyle Larson, the 2021 champion, will start in 31st. And Austin Hill, in his first Daytona 500, he'll start 32nd. William Byron will roll off in 33rd, and Martin Truex Jr. will start 34th. Starting 35th is the 43 of Erik Jones, who won the Southern 500 last year, and Cody Ware in 36th. He almost won at this track back in August of 2022. Daniel Suarez will start in 37. He got his first career win at Sonoma last season, and Todd Gilliland in his sophomore season, he starts 38th in the 38th. Starting 39th in what will be his final Daytona 500, Kevin Harvick. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to earn himself a second Daytona 500 win. Tyler Reddick will start 40th in the 45 for 2311. And rounding out the field, Ryan Preece, who takes over that 41 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, and Travis Pastrana, driving a one-off for 2311 Racing in that 67. He'll start last, and we'll see what he can do in his first Daytona 500. It's time for a start of a brand new season. Kyle Busch, after 15 years with Jogius Racing, looking to finally win a Daytona 500. In his new ride at Richard Childress Racing, he starts alongside Aric Almirola, who originally was going to retire last season. And here we go. 42 cars lead us to the green flag, and the 2023 season is underway. And here they come to complete the first lap, side by side to the line, as Kyle Busch manages to edge out Chase Elliott. But Elliott has the momentum, and he's going to look to take the lead shortly after. Chase Elliott has led for a bit here in the opening laps, but now he's being challenged by Corey Lajoie for the lead, and this is going to open the gate for many to contend for the lead. And within that same lap, Chase Briscoe is battling Christopher Bell for the lead with Helio Castronves behind him. And here comes Helio. Four-time Indy 500 winner. He's won the Rolex 24 multiple times, and now he is leading the Great American Race. Can Helio Castronves win the Daytona 500? It's still early, as Chandler Smith in that third Colin car is looking for the lead. The lead has changed many more times as we're coming to the end of Stage 1. Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski have been battling for this stage win. And as they're coming to the stage caution, Denny Hamlin is going to win Stage 1 over Brad Keselowski, AJ Allmendinger, and Harrison Burton. After a lot of pit stops here under caution, we are ready to get back going here on lap 19. Denny Hamlin leads him back to the green flag. Here comes Austin Dillon now. He's getting a line formed on the inside to take the lead from Hamlin. He has Jacques Villenueve behind him, as well as Austin Cindric. Here comes Austin Cindric in that number 2 for Team Penske. He's going to take the lead, but now he's going to slide up to the middle lane. He's going to lose that lead here to Christopher Bell. And that's exactly what happens as Christopher Bell is looking to build off his run to the championship for last season. Here comes Riley Herbst driving that 15 for Rick Ware Racing. He's going to take the lead, but he's got a determined Helio Castronves behind him. Helio Castronves would take the lead a lap later. Kevin Harvick in his final Daytona 500 is out in front, as he would love to add another Daytona 500 to his already Hall of Fame resume. As Kevin Harvick comes off of turn 4, he's going to hold off Kyle Busch and Timmy Hill to win stage number 2 for the 2007 winner of this race. Here we go with the final stage of the race. Ty Dillon is out in front. Can he join his brother on the list of Daytona 500 winners? Check out Timmy Hill in second and Kyle Busch in third. Justin Haley is up there, but he is a lap down. And man, it would not take long after this restart as Kyle Busch is going to pounce in his new ride, and he is going to take the lead. He's got Harrison Burton behind him. Maybe Harrison Burton could pull off what his father never did, but something his uncle did, and win the Daytona 500. And about a lap later, the field begins to split up as we now have a lead pack of about 13 cars contending for the win. 40 laps in, the lead begins to swap around quite a lot here as Chandler Smith takes the lead, and he's trying to win the Daytona 500 in his Cup debut. We've had a driver do it in his second Cup start, but never in his first. Alex Bowman leads in that 48 Ally Chevrolet. He's got Ross Chastain behind him and Cody Ware in third. But Alex Bowman is about to get interrupted by this lap car. Corey Lajoie, he's off the pace. And that's exactly what happens, but Bowman benefits from it. This is going to give him a huge lead, but only temporarily. As we know, Daytona, those guys will catch back up to him. And we are now a few laps later, and I'm pretty much right, as everyone has caught back up, as Michael McDowell battles Jacques Villenueve for the lead. They remain side by side for the next few laps, as two former open-wheel drivers battle it out. "21 laps to go. Ty Gibbs breaks up this battle. He's going to go 3 wide to take the lead, trying to become the second rookie in a row to win the Daytona 500. Ty Gibbs out to prove himself here in the Cup Series. Daniel Suarez now leads, but he's under fire from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as they battle. And Stenhouse continues to battle, but he's eventually going to take that lead, and there he goes. Ross Chastain now has the lead, and once again, Corey Lajoie is unable to keep up with everyone else. He's going to split up the field, and now Chastain is the one who gets a bigger gap for now. But just a couple laps later here, Chase Elliott would catch up to take the lead, but now he gets challenged by Harrison Burton and Denny Hamlin. Getting close to the end of the race here, under 10 to go, as Chase Elliott would hold on to the lead here. He's got Harrison Burton and Chris Buescher behind him. But as we see, as we're coming back around here, many leaders are starting to go down pit road to top off on fuel. The leaders cannot make it to the end here, and this could be an interesting ending to this one. 3 laps to go. Chase Elliott managed to put himself in the best situation after this green flag pit stop, as he was by himself, but he's got a pack trying to close in on him that's being led by Cody Ware, who nearly won here last August. He also has Helio Castronves with him, as well as Timmy Hill. Will this be the day for the smaller teams? Two laps to go now. Cody Ware hooks up with the lap car of Justin Haley. Joey Logano is ahead, but he is a lap down. That pack has got to get going. White flag for Chase Elliott as he is trying to win the Daytona 500 for the first time in his career. Check this out. Here comes Cody Ware. He's got a push from Helio, but Helio has other ideas. Into turn 3, can Ware pull off the upset? Rounding turn 4 now and coming to the checkers. Helio wants it instead. He's going to dump Cody Ware as they come to the line. No use. Chase Elliott will win the Daytona 500, and he will join his dad, Bill Elliott, on the list of the many drivers who have won the Great American Race. What a big win for the 2020 Cup Series champion. I know for sure this is going to be a huge momentum boost as we move forward towards the season. This could help him gravitate towards a second Cup Series championship. And now let's take a look at your final results here. What an interesting top 10 here. Elliott winning, but Cody Ware runner-up in the Daytona 500. Helio Castronves in third. What an impressive NASCAR debut for him. Perhaps we may see him run in NASCAR a little bit more. Timmy Hill in fourth. That's a career best for him. Chris Buescher finishes fifth. Daniel Suarez in sixth. Alex Bowman seventh. Erik Jones eighth. Harrison Burton ninth. And Kevin Harvick with a top 10 in his final Daytona 500. And now we go through the rest of the results. Kyle Busch with an impressive showing in his first race with Richard Childress Racing. Good runs for Ryan Preece, Jacques Villenueve, Chandler Smith 15th in his Cup debut. Ty Gibbs there finishing in 19th. Riley Herbst finished 24th in his Cup debut. Aric Almirola, who starts second, ends up in 27th. Brad Keselowski 28th. And going back through the field, not the best of days for Martin Truex Jr., Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon. Some of these guys who have pretty fast cars not showing the results, however, here at Daytona. And unfortunately, Travis Pastrana DNF'd out of this race, finishing in dead last. Well, that'll pretty much do it for Racing Infinity Volume 5. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. Sorry it took a bit for this one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and stay tuned for the next Racing Infinity. This one's going to be a special project that I've been playing on for a while, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And I'll go ahead and leave a sneak peek for you guys. Besides that, I'm Gray Speed Productions, and I will see you in the next video. Also, one quick last edit while I make this video and I finish up here. I realized that I never released the cars for Sunday Night Lights 1989 through 1992. So check in the description down below. It's there now. I apologize it hasn't been there in the past, and I'll put them in the other videos as well where they should be. So again, apologies for that long delay, but they are now in the description below. Let me know if I'm missing any cars, and I'll work on that as soon as I can. Besides that, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.